Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM shit show, and today we're back for another Beachbody training. And we've seen this lady before. She has been featured on my channel in the past thanks to making a lot of questionable statements. One of those being, if your spouse doesn't support your MLM biz, they probably don't love you and you have deeper issues in the relationship, stuff like that. Very fun, very interesting. Yeah, today we're back for another training of hers, and this one is called How to Use Your Struggles as Your Strength in Business, which to me it sounds like we're going to be taught how to use our vulnerabilities and our struggles to connect with others online and to recruit them in our MLM scam. That's just my own opinion. It's not a very long training, so we're gonna see how it goes. Before we get into it, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me. And I'm sorry for repeating myself, but if you think you're subscribed, please double check, because YouTube has been unsubscribing people from my channel. And yeah, let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into this shit show. I think I wore this outfit like last week on the last week's video, but I really like the combination. Let's just get into this video.
I want you to identify what your current wellness struggles are. If you're in a really good place right now, you're in a really healthy place, I want you to identify, before you started Beachbody, what were your biggest struggles? But the thing is I want it to be applicable to where you're at in life today. So I'm going to give you a few minutes, and objectively, I want you to write down what helps your struggle. What has helped you, or what do you know would help someone with this struggle? And that's number 2. It only stops with you if you...
Okay, so I just have to explain. This training is about 14 minutes because I skipped and cropped out the parts where they're writing stuff for a few minutes. These are like some of the questions that she's going to ask them to identify, and then at the end she's going to teach them how to use those struggles to recruit more people, basically.
Let it. It will only stop with me if I let it. It only stops with us if we let it. The point is to turn around and selflessly give that to somebody else. And what happens is we get in our own head and in our own way. And from a spiritual perspective, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, not to build other people up. Well, guess what, my friend? You just entered into the business of restoring people's hope and health. You think that he's going to go without a fight? Absolutely not. What you're doing is extremely powerful.
Oh wow, I love this. I didn't see this coming. Like, excuse me, you joining a multi-level marketing scheme, aka a pyramid scheme in my opinion. You're doing such powerful work. You're pulling people out of their miserable little lives and getting them to buy super expensive programs and workout equipment and Shakeology that from what I've heard tastes like shit. You're doing the God's work, people. You know, being a Beachbody coach without any certification or any expertise or knowledge whatsoever. You're doing God's work, and devil is gonna want to bring you down. Like, whoa, what?
And so if we can continue to remember to break these things down, like, man, this really did help me. This helped my marriage. This helped me as a parent. This helped my confidence. This helped me. This helped my relationship with God. This helped my community. This helped whatever it is for you. Every day, write those things down and let it be a reminder of why it can't stop with you. Our main thing is that drew you in. That is what you lead with when you're talking on social media, or when you're talking with moms at the park, or when you're talking with a person in Costco or whatever. That's what you lead with. Man, this really changed my life. Or if you're brand new, and a brand new coach could do this. I was brand new and I didn't experience anything when I invited people in because I borrowed someone else's results. Just like Julia said, with like that, my results inspired her. Liz's results are what inspired me. And I used her picture to invite people to do it with me. And I had never gotten anything in the mail yet. It's just having clarity on what is it for you.
So fake it, right? Just take a random person's before and after photo, which easily can be faked, by the way. Use it as your own, even though you haven't even tried Beachbody, even though you haven't even tried Shakeology, you haven't been on the program. Just use someone else's results and information in order to recruit people so that you get successful in this program. That's basically what I heard there, which is insane.
And I think as Beachbody has evolved, there's so much we have to offer, which is amazing, but it also is a double-edged sword. When I started, I had one DVD and I had containers. That was it. We didn't have the ultimate portion fix. We didn't have all these options. I didn't have other Beachbody programs to choose from. I had one fitness program, one nutrition program, and this Facebook group for community. And it was simple. If I look at my current struggles and what my struggles were before, they're kind of the same thing. It's still, and a lot of you, overwhelm is a big thing in life right now. You think other people are struggling with overwhelm? Yes. You think other people are struggling in a pit of depression and anxiety and struggling with COVID still and coming out of it and or still being stuck in it? And well, do you want to help them? At the end of the day, only you can ask that. Only you can answer that question for yourself. Do you want to help them? Because we have things we know can help them. Now we just have to figure out how to do that. And if we want it bad enough to make that emotion stronger than the fear, right? That's really what it all comes down to. Okay, so number 3 is I'm going to share a template with you guys in the chat. Some of you may have seen this before. I will share my screen. Brooke's driving. Besides Brooke and Joni, who's pretending to be sleeping, can anyone not click the link in the chat if you're on your phone or something?
If you remember, this is the same older lady that was in one of this coach's previous trainings, and this lady feels uncomfortable with having her camera turned on during these meetings. And in one of the previous videos that I made about this coach and her training, she tried to force this same lady to do an Instagram live during the training. She was barely able to turn on her camera because she felt super uncomfortable, and this freaking coach kind of bullied her in front of the whole team to turn on her camera, and then she tried to bully her into doing an Instagram live. And now she's being passive aggressive again, calling her out and be like, except for Joni, who's pretending to be asleep. And it's like, what the hell is your problem? Like, even on my remote job, we are not required to have our cameras turned on during the meeting. If you don't want to have your camera turned on, you don't have to. They can't make you. Just do your training, man, and stop calling out this poor old lady and bullying her and being passive aggressive. Like, I genuinely feel like this person hates her downline. I feel like she's so frustrated with them that she's super passive aggressive. And most of the trainings that I see from her, she's just so rude and so passive aggressive. It's like, what the hell is your problem?
If so, I can also share my screen, but I want you guys to see this Transformation 5 template. And as I was kind of marinating about what's going to be the most helpful for you guys to create clarity, when I was using this regularly, we used this regularly on our team last year, and it was very helpful to explain all that it is that you offer as a Beachbody coach, because there's a lot of tools. I did a reel today, and you can go look at it if you want, and I identified 5 things that you need to have in order in the middle of a crazy world and a crazy life in order to feel your best. And it's what we do as coaches. It's exactly what we offer people: a nutrition plan, a fitness plan, supplementation to help support the craziness of the world, of your life and your health that you need, mindset. We talk about mindset. We help people with personal development books and podcasts and encouragement and community, because we all know how hard it is to be the person in the group of a toxic community that's trying to be the healthy one by yourself. So it's Julia, it is nutrition, your nutrition program. I can send you a different graphic in our team page too. A fitness program, supplementation, mindset, support, and then a community. Those are the 5 things that you are setting every person up with. And one approach that you can use is to look. So I see that people struggle identifying, what do I do as a coach? What are my responsibilities? What does that even mean? You can use these 5 things and say, this is what I do for people. I set myself up with this because that's be the product of the product. We have to do that for ourselves first. Fill out this spreadsheet for yourself and ask yourself, am I doing this? Because we all know when we're doing these 5 things, when we're following a nutrition program, when we're exercising regularly, when we're supporting our body with the supplements that we have, like Shakeology and Hydrate and whatever supplements are the best fit for you. And when you are constantly filling your mind with positivity and becoming more mentally agile, and you're plugging into our positive community, actually being a part of it, you are going to feel better. Right?
Not necessarily, because you may be struggling with something a lot deeper than some toxic positivity may be able to fix for you. Also, as a coach, you have no certification, you have no expertise in nothing, and you should really not be out there giving people unsolicited, unprofessional advice that you heard from people like this. And she's also, I think she's not certified or anything. So as a coach, you're nothing. You're just an independent contractor for Beachbody, aka Bodi. I don't know if they're gonna change the name officially by the time this video is out. But yeah, you're not doing anything. You're not helping people. It's just so annoying to listen to this lady.
We all feel better when we do that. And so you don't have to know anything about Beachbody really to help somebody do that, because all you have to know is, okay, here's my spreadsheet. Ask your prospect or your clients, what are your goals? Okay, your goal is to lose 50 pounds. Your struggle is you've dieted a lot and you have a huge aversion to any kind of like calorie counting. Perfect. 2B mindset is going to be your nutrition program. You don't have very much time. You're a busy mom. That's a struggle for you. I'm going to pick a 20-minute program. So we're going to do either like Transform 20, or maybe we're going to do Job 1. That's a new.
I just can't not say it. Like, how can you help people if you know nothing about fitness or Beachbody? How can you help people if you literally know nothing about how to help people? How does that even make sense? Oh my God.
Program, right? And if you have problems knowing programs, that's fine. You can ask questions. Always ask me or ask your upline coach, ask our team. And then their struggle is stress, digestion, again, weight loss, mental clarity, and motivation. Okay, you're definitely going to need Shakeology. That's going to help. We've all experienced how much that helps us. And then I'm going to set you up with the drink I drink every single morning to help me with motivation. That's going to be Hydrate, Energize, and if you want collagen, if that's something that they're interested in. And I'm going to add that all to the share cart. Those are your supplements. Mindset. Okay, you really struggle with confidence and staying motivated. There's so many options there. Pick a personal development book. Maybe it's the Compound Effect, teaching them how small, tiny things over time really adds up. Or maybe it's The Greatest You by Trent Shelton, or maybe it's a Brene Brown book. It really doesn't matter. It's just getting them to start having the shift from the fear of social media and the anxiety and the news to let's fill your brain with something positive. And then community, boom, you're going to join my group. And this is how we stay accountable. Here's our Facebook message thread. Or if you don't want to do any of that, text me every day after your workout. We'll make our own community. And that is really how simple it is. That is exactly what it means to be a coach, is setting people up with that transformation 5. These were my struggles. These are the solutions. This is what I do for you. And that leads us into number 4. Then I want you guys to take a few minutes to write down. You have to know why it matters to you. Why are you here? Why does it matter to you? Why do you want to help other people? Because you could just do this by yourself. You don't have to go through the uncomfortable stuff of helping other people. Why does it hurt you to see other people struggle how you have before? What kind of darkness have you experienced before? How deep are your valleys? And how does it make you feel when, night, Joni? How does it make you feel when you see other people in the valley? and they're struggling? And how does it make you feel when you know that you have something in your tool belt at your fingertips that you could really change their life?
Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. Just because you went through something terrible and a really big struggle or some dark thing in your life, let's take me for an example. I was in an abusive relationship, well, mentally abusive relationship, and then after we broke up, he kind of turned stalkerish and he physically hurt me one night, threatened me, scared the shit out of me. He was a complete psychopath, but just because I went through something really, really dark, to this day, I'm still feeling the consequences and I'm still dealing with trauma and everything. I could have gone to school or something and get a diploma and then maybe help survivors or be in survivor support groups and stuff like that, but I didn't. And just because I went through something, I managed to pull myself out of it, not without the help of my friends and family. That doesn't mean that now, just because I went through it and I'm doing okay now, that I can automatically help others do it. And this can be adopted to anything. It doesn't matter if it was a traumatic event, if it's something in fitness. I also had different EDs, 2 different EDs. Now I'm doing well. I'm on a fitness journey. I'm eating healthy. I'm strong. It still doesn't mean that I'm gonna get onto my Instagram or anything and teach people how to do this, because I'm not certified. I did not go to school. All I have is my own experience, because whatever worked for me is not gonna work for everyone else. You know what I mean?
Because it's changed yours, and you see how many other people's lives it's changed, right? Like, if you guys like soaked in, this has changed everybody's life already, even if it's at a little level, even if it's just mentally, even if they've gotten on and off and been here and there, it doesn't matter. What we're doing is life changing for people, and we are the carriers. No one will know. Do you know how many people have misconceptions about Beachbody? How many of you had a previous misconception about Beachbody? Because I definitely did. I had no idea. So many people have no idea what this is. And when I realized what it was, I really shouldered that responsibility of, it's my responsibility to change people's misconceptions. And that's why I have YouTube videos about why she quit Beachbody. That's a very bold thing to do. And I know, like, I had another person reach out to me today from that video and say, thank you so much for making it. And it was years, probably 4 or 5 years ago that I made that. But if these things that we've shared about why this matters to us and how much it's helped us, and we hear from everybody else and how much it's helped them, if those things are true, we have a responsibility to figure out how to share this with people. And that's where I feel like the Transformation 5, or you could call it something different, but whatever it is, find clarity on what it is that you want to serve people with and stick with it, and continuously talk to people. I've said this many times before, you are the only one who sees every single thing you post on social media. It goes to like 3% of your friends. And I know it's so annoying, right? And then that's where we have to learn the marketing side and how to talk to people about this. And there's books on it. There's podcasts, there's YouTube trainings. If you have a struggle, identify it and then find the solution. And this is really about developing a solutions oriented mindset. Instead of being the person that says, this is hard, this is hard, this is hard, I figure out how to make your pain work for you. This is hard. What can I learn from this? And then how can I teach other people? I'm struggling right now with overwhelm and time management and discipline. How can I learn how to pull myself out of that and create structure and clarity for my life so I don't feel overwhelmed? How can I simplify my own life so I don't feel overwhelmed? And then how can I teach that to people? And that's the mindset of an entrepreneur. You find a solution that people need and then you sell it to them. And it will add value to their life. You never feel guilty for selling it to them because it adds value to their life. And that's where the guilt around making money with Beachbody, we need to let that go. Because what we're doing is we're in the life of changing. We're in the work of changing people's lives. Doctors don't apologize for, I'm sorry, I had to charge you $45,000 for that 30-minute surgery that I did. I feel really bad about it. They don't do that, right? No, absolutely not. And no one ever balks at it. They're like, okay, well, I just got to pay that. You guys, it's $140 right now. For the rest of the year, you all have $20 off promo codes. $140 one time will get them so much life-changing stuff, but it's our responsibility to put it out there. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. I just want to show you a quick graphic here. If you can click that link.
$140 is a shit ton of money for a lot of people out there right now. And this was made just a few weeks ago at the point that I'm recording. So it was made during the inflation. And she's pretending as if $140 is nothing. That's a shit ton of money, especially at these times. Most of us are struggling with money at the moment. Also, did she just compare being a Beachbody coach to being a doctor, a surgeon, I guess, who is performing surgeries and saving people's lives? Very realistic, very realistic. Good job, lady. It's just so ridiculous. I'm not even gonna bother. This lady is just... But let me know down below what you thought about this. How ridiculous was this? I mean, I'm gonna keep covering her trainings because she says absolute nonsense and bullshit in her trainings. And like I said, she's passive aggressive to her downline. So yeah, we're going to keep covering her, but please leave your commentary down below, especially if I forgot to comment on something. And thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I appreciate you. The algorithm loves that as well. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.